I'm back. Hannah's been waking up again at night after just recently doing some really good sleep training, but that's a different topic. Anyway, I was just talking about, getting my cycles back, and I'm going to call this Pre TTC because she is 13 and a half months, and I am already definitely thinking about number two, what my plans are for number two, when, and preparing myself, the whole sort of TTC deal for number two. So here's where I am with that. Financially, we had a lot of serious stuff going on this year, so it's definitely not the right time now. Plus, I would not personally want my children to be quite that close, just for my own personal opinion, and because of our family schedule. My husband works at night. He's at work right now. He works in the restaurant industry, so he leaves for work in the early afternoon, and he does not get home until midnight. Some nights very late, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Luckily, in the wintertime, it's not quite as late. In the summertime, it can be extremely late when he works late. So I do a lot of solo parenting in the evenings, and evening parenting is tough. Everybody, I think, would agree with that. So I am hoping that waiting a little while so that Hannah will be a little bit older will make it just a little easier, a little more. My cat's right here. Hi, Charlotte. Cameo. Will make it, like I said, just a little bit easier, just to have her old enough where she can understand a little better, help a little more, communicate a little better. I think it'll just make things easier than, say, me getting pregnant within the next 6 months and her being barely 2 or 2.5 once the second baby comes. So I'm hoping that she is either close to 3 or already 3 to sort of 3.5 by the time we have the second baby. I don't want to push it any further than that for a variety of reasons, just wanting them to be someone close in age, and mostly just because of our ages. I'm 32 and Victor is 44. So we want to go ahead and get going. Let's see, so when we TTC'd with Hannah, I went off birth control in April of, would have been 2011, and found out relatively quickly after that I had PCOS. It's one of those things that while I was on birth control, I never would have found out. But I started getting the acne, the hair, the facial hair. Acne and facial hair were my main two markers. And my cycles went extremely wacky. I didn't get a cycle for 60 days plus. And then a couple months later, or right around that time is when we said, okay, let's try to have a baby. So it was no bueno, I'll just say. Luckily, I'm so happy about this. My insurance actually has a flat amount of coverage for infertility, and it is before your deductible. You don't have to have met your deductible to get that coverage. And I did some initial testing with my midwife, and then I was able to go to a fertility specialist without any type of a waiting period. I know a lot of times you hear or read online that if you're under whatever age, I think 35, you need to have already been trying for a year before an RE will even see you. But I'm here to say that is not necessarily the case, because they saw me and had actually only technically been TTC for like 2 cycles. But because of my labs and because of where my cycles were, I was definitely a patient. Anyway, we can get into that history later. I am pre-TTC because I don't know where I am now since having the baby, and I just kind of want to get a handle on what's happening and see if there's anything that needs needs doing, needs action, needs work, so that when the time rolls around for me to be first sort of pre-TTC and then actually TTC, I will be ready, and hopefully we will get pregnant. I will get pregnant without a ton of waiting. So I already have it all planned out. My official pre-TTC and really focused time to focus on a preconception diet and other stuff is going to be starting in, let me just count backwards. Starting in May of next year, that'll be 2014. So May, June, July are going to be my 3-month pre-TTC sort of like boot camp, and then we are going to officially start TTC in August of next year. And I'm hoping to be pregnant by February. I think that's pretty reasonable. So it's August, September, October, November, December, January, February. That's 7 months. I don't know if everybody else feels this way, or I know everybody doesn't, but I was pregnant with Hannah over the summer. She was born at the beginning of October, and I want to be pregnant in the summer again. I love my maternity clothes. I have a lot of really pretty maternity clothes. And there's just something about summer versus winter. I just want to be pregnant in the summer again. If things don't work out according to my little plan, and I know that that's not how life works, I will be very happy to welcome my baby at any time, but I'm also cheap, and not having to buy a whole new maternity wardrobe sounds pretty good to me. So here's hoping that I will be pregnant over the summer of, is it 2015? 2015, yes. And that my second child will be born sometime in the late summer, early fall, or early winter of 2015. Okay, great. You'll definitely hear more about all these topics and my history in the future. Let me know if there's anything that you want to hear about more, whether that's PCOS, pre-TTC, preconception, postpartum mom stuff, any of that. Okay, thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hi. Just realized that I forgot to say main thing that I wanted to say on my pre-TTC video is to mention the Vitex. Just 2 days ago, I started drinking Fertility, which is a blend. I know it contains Vitex and some other things that are good for getting your cycle on track and enhancing your fertility. So I started drinking it again because I was on over day 40 on my previous cycle and hadn't yet got my period back. So after drinking it for 2 days, I got my period. So I think this is a good thing. I'll definitely talk about Vitex and other herbs more in future videos, but that was the main thing I wanted to say with this first PPTTC intro and update. Okay, great. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.